Yeah, you gotta work those gusts. Take what you can get. All right, let's pull in for another. You know what? Let's stay on this reach. There's no boats coming. All right, y'all. Adventure Brad here. Little Shackleton the Explorer, Thompson Bay. We're gonna go try this Hobie sail kit out. What do you say? I think we'll try it. The winds have been kind of intermittent here, so we'll see how that works out. Stay there, Shackles. Come here, bud. This boat's got a lot of roll moment, that's for sure. No tumble home to it at all. Come on. Good boy. I know I did it backwards for you. There we go. Yeah, I like you too. So let's get our rudder down. So we pull this, and it flips out a nice little rotor. Thanks to Hobie, I control it from down here. This, I have no control over this hound. My main sheet's rigged through here. So as I furl it, I just need to make sure that I let my line go onto the furler. I had a washer there earlier, and the washer under my furler here helped it spin, because instead of it resting on the bottom of the mast where it's keel stepped, I got a keel step mast, y'all. It's actually rests on top of the deck. Oh, we're getting shallow. Backwinded our sail. It's a lot to kind of do here to get underway, especially with a squirrely puppy. All right, let's sheet in a little. There we go. Control. Now what I could really use is a hiking strap, but I kind of balance myself out like this. This sheet really likes to lock itself off, so I have to be careful. And we'll see. Get out here and see how well she does. Yo ho, my little pirate is he. So I have these Mirage drives, which are like two flappers like this under the boat. And they have two soft fins with masts that stick down on them. So when I hold them in this position, they sit down probably 18-20 inches. So those are my lee boards right now. There we go. That little telltale likes to stick. Oh, we're into the wind too much. Ooh, there's a gust coming through. Yeah, we are definitely into the wind too much. So what I'm gonna do is kind of just let this fall. There we go, now she's accelerating. I'm trying to come too steep into the wind. So what we'll do is we'll get a little speed here. We'll sheet in to try to gain some power. Feel like I need more rudder. This is a long boat. So I'll try to sheet in. Hopefully I don't get stuck in irons, but because the boat's so long, stuck in irons meaning I'm dead into the wind like right now. Now this is kind of the tricky spot. You want to stay to the inside. Hopefully she comes around. Okay, she's coming around and not up the pedal. All right, cool. Now keep it turned, and you want to kind of stay on the weight you're down there until she comes around. All right, now she's coming around. Sheet in a little bit. All right, now we're kind of on a reach, which is the wind's here, kind of running a little downwind from it, which is actually a kind of dangerous position to be in sailing, but yeah, not too bad. We'll just try to be mindful and have a little fun out here and cruise, and that's the whole trick. Is once you get it all set right, you could actually cruise along decently and not put much effort into it. When I'm just cruising and I'm happy with it, I kind of pull the sheet forward, it cleats it off. Here, I kind of pull it down into the water, make sure I have plenty of room here to help dump the sail if I need. The Hobie main sheet, it's nice because it's a good size, but it's fairly stiff. It's pretty plastic. It's not very supple. So I hope it breaks in. And the main sheet, meaning this blue and black rope here. So yeah, we're gonna try to cut it looks like right now I'm feeling a gust, so I can sheet out a little. There we go. It's not a bad speed over ground. I forgot to turn my tracker on to see what we're actually doing speed-wise, but yeah. So we refer to this as the poop deck. Maybe the P triple deck for, I don't know, probably obvious reasons. And occasionally he falls in the water, but the handle on his vest is very handy. So I can't really sail upwind much, but I can cut across the wind pretty dang good. I've been just tacking up and down this hole all day, and obviously she'll run downwind. The only thing that won't run downwind is a cat when you don't know about balance and you're on the high side or the windward side and you're trying to run downwind and the cat's trying to cut to wind. Yeah, I learned that on my Hobie. You got to get to lee, so that way it'll go downwind, but this will go downwind fine. My little ballast here, we throw him around. Hold him out here like this when a wind gust hits. See how well we can hold it? Ah! Is that like playing on the trapeze? Uh-huh. You wild little puppy. You're a good boy. But yeah, this nice little breeze is actually pretty dang fun. Run back and forth into the wind, make sure I can keep enough sheet out so I could uncleat if a wind gust hits, but for the most part, you know, boats ain't running us, which is kind of a neat feeling. Let's see if we could run a little closer to the wind here. So for those non-nautical types, the wind's about here. Closer to the wind, I mean closer to windward direction. And then off the wind, I mean further like downwind from windward. So we're not gonna make it upwind to them, so we're gonna pull to the lee side. Just kind of cut right down below them. So we'll probably head out between them and the next group of kids and make our tack. Yeah! Oh, my faithful first mate. He ain't even been with me for a year. He don't even know the sort of shit we get into. All right, buddy. We'll train you up right. All we gotta do is make that beach over there. But the wind's dying off like now. So we might have to actually paddle back or kick it because I have these nice little zoom, 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 zoom. So while we're at it, we might as well just make a tack. Hard starboard! Sheet close to the wind so she doesn't throw us. Oh, she fell to port. All right, tiller fell to port. So this is my tiller about that forward. This is hard to starboard, hard to port, hard to starboard. Don't switch your weight to the tack that you're going to too quick. And then as you come out of the tack, I sheet close, meaning I pull it in tight as I go through the wind. But then when you come out of the wind, you have to sheet off, because see how like that telltale's being an idiot right now? It's backwinding, so now when I pull it just right, the telltale runs down. They're kind of being sticky. They're not the nicest little telltales, but we're getting the sail to behave. You just gotta play with it. Sailing is, once you learn the basics of it, and you kind of know what it is by the book, like the points of sail and stuff, the rest of it is just giving out and feeling it. And I'm by far no expert, So that's the whole point of this channel, is for you guys to go through that journey of me learning to sail. But I want you guys to learn too what it takes to sail. So like at one point, it's kind of a ghetto Cunningham or downhaul, but when you pull down on the foot of the sail, which is this section, can't lose the first mate. When you pull down on that, it changes the shape of the sail. And I don't know what I'm doing, but it helps to like shape the sail. So when you're doing this, the sail is not a chute. Don't think parachute, think wing. When you think wing, it all makes sense, at least for me. It all just kind of fell together. So when you think wing, how it slices through the wind is cool. It really goes. If you think parachute, the only time you are strictly a parachute is on a pure downwind. Everything else, that is some form of a wing. So think wing when you think flying, or when you think sailing. So anyways. So sorry before I got distracted. So when you come through the wind, so the wind's here, you sheet in, get closer, 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 and you keep it sheeted in as you come through the wind, and it keeps it from fluffing, flapping all the way around. When you come out of the wind and you're starting to come across the wind again, meaning the wind's on the opposite side, you need to sheet out, because if you don't, you'll sit there and kind of stall. But if you sheet out, it's kind of like that airplane at a low angle of attack. It accelerates and builds lift real good, and then once you build lift, like right now how we started to accelerate, I'm going to try to maintain the same heading, so I'm going to tiller to starboard a little bit, and I'm going to sheet in, meaning pull in on my main sheet, and there we go, we're accelerating. Isn't that beautiful? I love sailing.
By and by we'll defy.
So what's a reef? Well, a place where corally fishes hang out, but it's also when you pull your main sheet in. Typically a reef top to bottom, so that way it doesn't change your weather helm of the boat. But our weather helm sucks, and we're not talking about that now. So we have reefed by furling in a little bit, so we got about half of our main sheet out, because it's kind of getting gusty. We still make a decent headway, enough. Half the time with sail, if you have enough to make good control speed, like where your control surfaces are active and you make changes, you feel it, half the time if you're cruising, you're generally happy, at least I am. So yeah, I pulled into what I'd call my reef, which is just by pulling it in, it gives me about a wrap or so, probably 2 wraps in my main sheet, but that keeps me steady because it's getting kind of gusty right now. But yeah, that works out good. Keeps us out of trouble. But we wouldn't be Adventure Brad unless we let the main sheet go and sent it, right? I don't know. Hope I don't go swimming and lose this camera. Woo, it's getting gusty. All right, Shackle, you ready?
The first thing I met was a fly with the buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can't remember your name.
Sit down.
Because there ain't no one for to give you no pain.
Good boy, Shackles. You're okay. You're okay. Good boy. You're okay. It's a bit windy for that, huh?
I let the horse run free because the desert had turned.
Well, we didn't make the tack. Sit down.
I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can remember your name, 'cause there ain't no one to give you the pain.
So does it count as a capsize when you're in shallow water and a boom or the mast just hits the ground? I don't know. But it's windy.